You're welcome to Crown Prince TV channel. Subscribe, like, and share the video. Thank you for joining. Now, wow. Ah, I don't know the problem we have in this nation called Nigeria, especially in this community that we call Grand Community. What is the color of our problem, really, in Nigeria? I'm still, with a lot of wonders. I'm still wondering why, uh, and how we got here. How did we get to this point in this grand community in Nigeria? How? Why did it have to get to this point whereby we have to be threatening ourselves just because of money? How much? There is no amount of money that you are expected to be given, or the amount of money that you think you will be given at the end of the day, that is more valuable than lives. How do we now allow money, unrighteous mammon, ordinary money, eh, to remove our conscience, to block our good conscience, and turn it to evil, and make us have evil and bad intention towards one another in this grand community? Why? Because of money. The money that we are not even so sure whether it is there for real, according to what you are telling us. We are only working with the information we are getting. None of us have even seen this money. Because there are several information that is coming left, right, and center now, coming to us from all angles. And they are all different information. We heard this today, we hear another one tomorrow. What we heard last week is not the same thing as what we are hearing today now this week. Okay, different information. I don't know whether there is any one of you here, is there anybody here that have had the VN, an audio record of a particular person that called himself a bandit leader, that was threatening USTAUZ Dawood, threatening life, fire, and brimstone, that he will kill Ustaz Dawood will die, that if he ever, if the money is not being disbursed to, or if the money is not given to Bundle Head, Ustaz Dawood will not spend his own. Ustaz Dawood and his brother will not spend their own money in, in this life, that they will go and spend it in the grave. What led us? Why did he have to get? I don't even know how to put it. Why do we allow things to deteriorate to this level, to the extent that somebody will come out to the public space openly without any fear or favor, threatening human being in the public space openly, that you will do this to this person, you will do that to this person, the person will not spend the money, he will go to the grave to spend the money, we make sure he doesn't spend the money alive. Why? And you don't know the genesis or the story that transpired. The story that transpired before this money could come up. You don't know the genesis of this money you want to kill somebody about. You don't even know the work, the efforts that the person you said he will not spend the money, he will go and spend the money in the grave that you will kill. You don't know his efforts that he has contributed to ensure this money is being disbursed to. I don't see anything wrong in what this person said, Ustaz Dawood said. As a matter of fact, it was even Ustaz Dawood that made every one of us, the Nigerians, to know the truth about this thing. Even though he didn't say the truth, he didn't say everything completely. But at least, in a way, he opened up. He opened up in a way to let us know, what transpired. As in, there is no money in UAA, in UAG. Eh? And somebody now came out because of that and started threatening fire and brimstone that he will kill, he will do this, he will do that if the money is not given to a bundle head. The bitter truth about this UAG is that this particular grant that is about to be disbursed now, the one we are expecting the disbursement now, in case you guys don't know, let me make it known to you guys now based on the information coming, is that this disbursement now is not that UAG money. This one we're expecting now is not the UAG money that we have been expecting, or that we what they promise us. They promise to disburse to bundle head and whatever they call NGO. Eh? The UAG money that you all subscribe to, or you all subscribe for, as bundle head and as NGO. This is not the UAG money. Oh. UAG money has been withdrawn since, due to the wahala between Ken Wakama Jeosaphat, that's St. Rita's husband, and Theo, and other unscrupulous deed among the UAG executives. The way they are dribbling and playing themselves within their organization there. Eh? This one is the one that Agpgn guys secured newly as a face saving for Ken Wakama and his organization. The source for this one to just cover him, to save his face from the embarrassment of the fact that there is no money in UAG, and the name is not in any document. All this thing has been said before now. USTAUZ Dawood is the one that made us to even know all this truth. Otherwise, all of us will still be expecting what is not, grouping in darkness and expecting money from where there is no money. But USTAUZ Dawood single-handedly came out to open up the can of worms, the secrets behind the whole thing, that Apostle Ken name is not in document and they don't have any money to give anybody. Eh? Now this one they have gotten, they have been able to source for us now, and that's about to be disbursed now. The value is similar, it's high, it's as high as the value of that UAG one that they said they wanted to disburse before. They have the same value now, okay, and it should have been disbursed. This money will have been disbursed since December 2023, even before Christmas. That's last year Christmas. This money will have been disbursed. Eh? In this now, the provision for this one, no provision for, in this very one now, there's no provision for 300 to 2,000 bundle heads, like the way they have it, or the way they made the arrangement in UAG, that they will disburse to NGO, and NGO will disburse to bundle head, that kind of a thing. Eh? This one is not like that. Oh. This one is just a compensation. This one is just a compensation. The money that God help the UAG guys to sort for, as in to get for us, to be able to cover the shame for Apostle Care. Are you getting it now? And this one is just a compensation that God by His mercy brought to suit our pains in the grand community, to suit the pains of the poor and the suffering and the dying masses, the frustrated masses in grand community in Nigeria. So God help the UAG guys to source for this one to suit our pain. So it's just a compensation. Eh? AGPGN were AGPGN guys. The AGPGN guys had the guarantors of this one, of this very one. They are the guarantor of this fund, and they also brought a level of Nigerian individuals to secure this one, as a surety to secure this one. So they brought some level of Nigerians, the high level of Nigerians. They brought them, some of them, into this grant, just to secure it, to stand as a surety to enable them secure this grant. And that is what has been happening before now. Only they will not come out and made it public. All right, even if USTAUZ Dawood that even came up some time ago and just opened the can worms to expose UAG and their antics and the tricks and the secret they are covering. Nobody will have known that there is no money in UAG for them to disburse to anybody. Will have still been wishing on the dream and be expecting money from where it is not. Okay, that is why for each of the three accounts, open for the money to be dropped. Where they will disburse, where the CBN will disburse the money to. The three signatory that CBN requested for, that the money will be deposited in before it will be paid to NGOs. Do you remember that story? Okay, so Ken and Ken Wakama and two of the AGPGN guys, USTAUZ Dawood, is stylishly telling us the truth about the provision for this new one. But it didn't come out. It didn't come out completely. It didn't open up completely. But it's secretly, stylishly, indirectly, he still mentioned it. He still made us know, that this money doesn't belong to UAG. This is not the one that they were expecting them to disburse earlier. Eh? So my people, let there be a tranquility and calmness in Grand community. Enough of all these fights and all these abuses and curses. Especially the recent one that they are just causing Agpgn, causing and abusing USTAUZ Dawood, threatening him to kill him just because of UAG disbursement, thinking or believing that the money they are expecting is still from UAG, not knowing that these guys that you want to kill now, that you are threatening to kill now, they are the one that source for this money. So let's appreciate him, USTAUZ Dawood and his team, UAG, and begin to work out how to deal with bundle heads, how to deal with them once this money drop in their account. Let's work out the modalities on how to deal with them in a way of compensating them. Okay, I think that is what that should be the most important thing now that even the NGO CEO should be thinking of. Eh? Ha, that is serious. So not anyone conveying to issue a threat to Agpgn and USTAUZ Dawood has just made a terrible mistakes. They have just made a terrible mistake that even God in heaven is angry with such a person, or for persons to be threatening UAG or UAG guys or USTAUZ Dawood threatening him to kill him, that will not spend the money alive. We want to spend it in the grave. Eh? It has not really gotten to that. Yeah, that is not the way. That's not the way it should be. These are the guys that labor to get this money out. They are the one that labor to get this money out for us. So why the threat? I mean, well, let me just play out a little bit of this audio, short, to buttress the point I'm trying to make today.
Us, they are still covering Ken Wakama. I don't want to put apostle for his name because he is not an apostle. They are still covering Ken Wakama, the greatest scammer in Nigeria presently. Now they go source for the money they want share give una. UAAG not get money. Apostle Ken they use on our edge. UAAG will never ever disburse money to anybody till Jesus come. Till the world will end. UAAG is just a scam. I am saying this without fear or any favor. Una not they like my VM, now few persons. That is just the basic truth. There was never a connection with UAAG and UAS. There was never. No connection at all. Every drama you see UAAG and UAS play, it was Apostle Ken that bribed some specific UAS people with billions of naira. What do you not know? It big pass you. All Grand Pressure Group, they know all these things. They still decide to carry this man along. Imagine a man that Grace spoke for. He abused Grace. Apostle Ken, you are a disgrace, oh, I swear. Upon not all these things where Ken Wakama do, all Grand Pressure Group still decide to still cover him. Okay, the grant where all Grand Pressure Group go bring link, come, go source for, or whatever, they still carry this man, despite the fact and the evil where this man they do. They still carry and put him for the picture. They still put him as a country director. What a big mistake. Now him be the threat where all Grand Pressure Group they face today. And they still they do the mistake. That is the challenge where all Grand Pressure Group they face today. And the same person they call Ken, that name normally, naturally, is not a good name. Even for Bible says Ken not be better person. Not to talk about for life. That is just the truth. Now Ken now still kill a bear. What do you make him kill a bear? Because of the same greed. And at the same greed, so now you see they worry the same Ken. Apostle Ken now promised bundle heads. He came out and said it. He congratulated bundle heads. He encouraged them, everything. But now this money is not UAAG money. USTAUZ Dawood, they tell you based on waiting they see. Not the UAAG. Now UAAG promise you money. Now Ken promise you money. Not be all Grand Pressure Group. all the data, even the so-called all ground pressure group, they submit data, give UAG. Everybody submits data, give UAG. All ground pressure group can decide, say, okay, as a dog go source for this phone console, make themselves create their own data. Just like the way Theobat today. Theobat get data. Now Apostle Ken say, okay, make themselves create their own data. But we all know saying that see the same Theobat data, now they see transfer go. All ground pressure group can still decide to do the same thing. Nobody for the throw stone. They give all ground pressure group today. But because of say they still they cover lies. They still they support lie. And who will be the lie? Ken Wakama. Then be the stone and the threat where they face today. So let them face it until they come out plain. Until they come out plain and see, separate themselves from Ken. Ken go put them for trouble. See, Ken Wakama is trying to set bundle head and CEOs up. CEOs be wise. Provision is not meant for bundle head, for this very grant where they go sort come from. So this all ground pressure group grants. Bundle head, provision not there for now. The truth is very sweet, it's not bitter. It is bitter to those that will not accept it. I can promise una, say una go get something, bundle head, not be all ground pressure group. Make una dey understand that one.
I have seen what was happening about 3 days ago. Somebody called me and was telling me all this. I started making my contact. I started making calls to know what happened. Before this USTAUZ DAWOOD voice note, I have started making calls. Then I found out that, number one, that UAS money that UAAG is hoping to pay us and pay both the NGO, the bundle heads, the money did not come after that their screening. My dear, you all know that during that screening period, that verification, UAS, they have their delegate there. But after that, UAAG and all these people, they started having problem with Theophilus, with Jeosaphat and Thomas. You understand? So because of that, they withheld their money. They did not release the money as they said. You know, during that time, they say after verification, highest 1 week, they will be disbursed. So after that, there was no disbursement. And because of the economic situation of this country, the all ground pressure group, in their own wisdom, decided to start going up and down, looking for where to get grant. They got this very one they are about to disburse. And in this one they got is not amounted to the one we're supposed to collect from UAS. And because of that, do you know the number of NGO that went through verification? There are 8,000 in number. And each and every one of them has, some have 1,000, some 1,005 bundle heads, some have 500. We have 200, 300, respectively. And this, the money cannot cover gathering the bundle heads and pay them and still pay beneficiaries. They decided to pay the NGOs and the beneficiaries because the beneficiaries are suffering. They saw them that the people that are suffering, the Nigerian masses that are suffering, they started to pay beneficiaries. Now, we bundle health, as I told you, we are not feeling cheated. But in another way, I count myself, when I was even taking, my husband told me, the ones we did in SEM, Jeosaphat and all, have they paid me 1 naira? I said no. He said, okay, this one, if they are paying you, even if it's 300,000 or 200, is it not better for you? Why are you so greedy? I now adjusted myself. I started to reason to what my husband said. He said, why can't you people collect it at this economic starvation, and somebody is giving you people this money, and you are still arguing it? What of the people that collected a good sum of money from you? They have not disbursed to you since that time up till now. Why can't you collect like that? This might even be an open door for other people to come and start doing their own disbursement. So my brother, my sister, after that time, I took the phone yesterday and called. After that, Sir Dawood voice note. I took my phone and called some of my CEOs. They were happy. Before, if I want to talk to them, I used to say, after all, I was the pioneer. I carried you up. I paid it. But this time around, I calmed down. I started talking to them. And all of them, in fact, our conversation was very, very nice. We don't have problem. Even the last one that I have about 8 units with, as I was talking with him, my card finished. He called me with his own line. We started talking.
So, my people, have you heard the second person? Yeah, the first one that I played was from Prince from Worry. So this one now is the second person confirming the same story, confirming the same matter. You know, just to establish the truth of the fact that this money that we're expecting now, the disbursement we're expecting now, is not actually from UAG. You see, this is the point here. The reason why I decided to bring up this update and play all this recorded audio to confirm my point is to buttress the point of the fact that this money, the money we're expecting now, a lot of people still believe is from UAG. That is the money that UAG promised to disburse to everybody, whereby they were expecting uh, money to be paid to NGO and for NGO to pay bundle head, then beneficiary. That was UAG's arrangement if they were to disburse their own money. But it has been fully confirmed now. At least this is the second person that's confirming that truth now, that that money is not UAG money. And according to what the Bible says, that from the truth, I mean, from the mouths of 2 or 3 witnesses, the truth shall be established. All right. This is the second person now. Let me quickly play the audio update of another person still to confirm the same matter for us to know that it is the truth.
Good evening, all the CEOs in this platform. I believe our day went well. Please, I think it's high time we put an end to all this issue of bundle heads, this, bundle heads, that. I'm not getting it at all. All ground pressure group, they have made it clear to us during the last meeting we had with them that UAAG does not have money. That they have no money. That the money they are about to disburse now is the one they sourced just to rescue us. If these guys are heartless, they would have gone their way and nothing will happen. But their names will be on the mud because they initially told us that UAG has money. But now they have tried to cover it and maintain their name and help us to get this money. We should allow them to disburse this money, please. Any CEO that knows that you collected money from the bundle head, Mr. Dawood have made it clearly yesterday in his voice note and today, that once the money gets to you, go and sort it out with your bundle heads. Did he tell you not to pay them? He told you to pay them. If it is your AAG money, that is where this trouble, people will support all the so-called bundle heads. If it is UAAG money, everybody will talk and say, Apostle Ken, this is what he said. But if you watch, Apostle Ken has not said anything because he knows that it's not UAAG money. He hasn't said anything because he knows that it's not UAAG money. And everybody shall allow the people that want source the money for us to disburse this money to us. Allow them, please. All the CEOs that collected money in the name of UAAG, when the money gets to you, you know how to sort it out with them. They should stop making trouble where trouble is not supposed to be.